First video is only 15 minutes long. It's called Why Putin is So Hard to Kill. Let's lock in. Alright, why is Putin so hard to kill? First of all, what is this frame? Second of all, I'm gonna assume here that it's just because of security and also threats. If I was Putin, and this is bad to put myself in the shoes of someone who's so terrible, but if I'm Putin, bro, I'm telling everyone that if I get disrespected, bro, if I get killed, I'm gonna nuke like some random country that everyone loves, and that's just gonna get freaking detonated if someone tries to kill me or if someone does kill me. So then automatically makes it way harder to do it, and also now they're responsible for killing hundreds of thousands of people. All right.
Vladimir Putin has a lot of enemies. So how does he protect himself?
Is that too loud?
In this video, we'll look at four
Oh
of the
gosh, I love Fern videos, bro. His production's so good.
Kremlin's security measures. A rolling fortress, orchestrated chaos in the skies, a ghost train straight out of a James Bond movie, and sophisticated deception tactics. Together, they tell a story about the Russian state and its increasingly paranoid leader.
Yeah, I've always wondered, why aren't CEOs and people in power like constantly fearing for their lives? They should be, because they should be. People who are rich, like billionaires, dude, they should be scared for their lives constantly. And I'm going to say that that's fine, and that's like equal. Because if you're a billionaire, you've made so much money, you can't ethically become a billionaire. I will agree with that 100% of the time. This day and age, with the amount that our dollar is currently worth, you cannot ethically become a billionaire. Maybe in 100,000 years where the dollar's worth essentially nothing, and becoming a billionaire is like what it's like in Tanzania where their dollar's worth like nothing. I think it's Tanzania. I don't know. That's just crazy. That's crazy. And if you're a billionaire, you should constantly be afraid of dying or someone just coming out and shooting you. Like, you should be afraid of that. I'm sorry. If that's bad to say, then I'm sorry. But I think that's fairs. I think that's Meepon fairs. I think that's fairs. Yes.
Since 2000, Vladimir Putin has spent most of his time here in Nova Ogaryova.
Yeah.
But the Russian president also often stays at this luxury residence in Valdai. And he's believed to own this opulent estate in Crimea, a summer residence in Sochi, and a palace at KP Dokopos. To move between these locations or attend state
Okay, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. He has what, 4 houses? 5 houses?
KP Dokopos.
5 houses, yeah, so that's just not Russia.
To
I
move
think that's
between
like
these locations or attend
Germany.
state
No, that's
visits,
Poland, I think.
Putin needs to travel. And that's when he's most vulnerable. He's protected around the clock by both visible and covert security forces. But the Kremlin relies on one thing above all: unpredictability. This is Putin's car, an Oris Senat limousine. The interior is fitted with luxury features, genuine leather, plush
That's so
seating,
tough.
and a minibar. But more importantly, it's a fortress on wheels.
We saw something about this in stream the other day. That's the wrong screen. Didn't Putin also give one of these to Kim Jong-un? What car did Putin give to Kim Jong-un? We're literally talking about this on stream the other day, and it looks exactly like that. Yeah, Oris. It's another Oris Senat. That's crazy, bro. That's actually just insane. Like, I don't know.
Imagine this. Putin is on his way to Moscow. Suddenly, a group of attackers opens fire. But the limo is heavily armored, designed to withstand high-caliber rounds and reportedly even armor-piercing ammunition.
Here's what I would do in this situation. First of all, if I'm Putin, I'm not traveling with at least like 4 other heavily armored cars surrounding me. Because his car is already known. People already know what his car looks like and what it is, what model it is, what make it is, probably even the license plate. If he has to have one, he might not have to have one because he's a government official and he can just change that himself. But the thing is that if I'm him, I'm traveling with like armored cars around me. And if I get pulled up on, those other cars are opening their doors and opening fire on those people. So I'm still safe in the car. I don't even have to move outside of my car. I need like 20 dudes with like straps just always around me, bruh. Always. So there's never a risk, because I think that's the move. I really think that that's the move.
Their bullets have no effect, so the attack
I'm not on the right screen. Jeez
throw a
Louise.
hand grenade. Even then, the limo stays intact and barrels forward as if nothing happened. The fuel tank is fortified against explosions. The tires are fire-resistant and reinforced. Even if all 4 were destroyed, the car could keep on driving.
How?
The limo is incredibly heavy.
What kind of measures have they done to make that so it can still drive even if it doesn't have its 4 wheels?
6.5 tons. But
Tires, sorry, not wheels. If the tires get popped, how is it still driving?
it's surprisingly fast. It's powered by a 4.4-liter V8 twin-turbo engine supported by a hybrid powertrain.
Yeah, and it also looks like a Rolls Royce.
In an emergency, it can accelerate to 100 kilometers an hour in 12 seconds and reach top speeds of up to 170. The cabin has its own air filtration system, so even a gas attack probably wouldn't have an effect. There's an emergency exit, too. Putin's limo is extremely secure.
How is there an emergency exit in the car? What?
There's an emergency exit, too.
Are they just talking about the trunk? You can get out from the trunk? Yeah, you can do that in like almost any car that has an open cabinet. Or cabin. Why I say cabinet?
Putin's limo is extremely secure. But for longer distances, he prefers another means of transport.
Yeah, obviously. Pochka.
Putin is flying
That's
to
how you
North
say that.
Korea for a state visit. He's on board an Ilyushin IL-96. The model was developed in the Soviet Union back in the 1980s. Technically, it's considered outdated.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to
Long-haul
say.
jets still have
Why is he using that if it's from the 1980s, bruh? I feel like I'd die. I feel like it would like malfunction. Isn't there also, hold on. I need to research this because I saw a TikTok about it. Isn't there also like a lot of aviation crashes recently? Why is that? Maybe I was just misinformed. Oh well, that's what it's like being on the internet, bruh.
has 4 engines. But Putin continues to rely on it. His customized version is known as the Flying Kremlin, and it's equipped for maximum comfort. The presidential jet is stocked with a king-size bed, a conference room, a dining area, and a personalized...
How are you fitting it? I feel like working... Okay, first of all, Putin does never work out on his plane. I can guarantee you that right now. I promise you Putin is never hitting... I promise you Putin is never flying from, like, fucking Russia to, like, the U.S. so he can go suck Trump's dick and he's like, oh, shit. Oh, I got a little blubber on me. I'm the most powerful man in the world. One of the most powerful men in the world. I'm one of the most rich men in the world. I control one of the strongest countries in the world. I'm one of the most evil men in the world. But my biggest concern right now is that I'm a little bit overweight. And also, he's just a fucking 80-year-old guy. And he's rich as shit. If I'm that old, I'm not working out, I promise you.
gym. Even at 10,000 meters, security remains the top priority. The Flying Kremlin reportedly has its own advanced communications array, missile defense system, and emergency escape pod. When necessary, it's escorted by fighter jets. But that's not all. Intelligence reports also suggest that Putin is so paranoid that he's constantly accompanied by a team of personal doctors.
Wow.
Most of us can't relate. Half of us haven't even booked a dentist.
Ad read. Yep, ad read. Sorry, if you want to advertise on my page, you're going to have to pay me. Blur that in the video.
Whenever Putin flies abroad on official business, the 3 clone aircraft also take off. They all follow different
Sorry
routes,
for yelling.
making it difficult to track Putin's exact movements. But even this elaborate tactic has a weakness.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Isn't it easy to track an airplane? Like, isn't it really easy to track an airplane and then just fucking send a missile at it? Like, I feel like even if it's armored or whatever, like the car, if you send a missile at that, it's not gonna continue flying. I promise you. Like, no way.
It's relatively easy to track an airplane, right?
This is Russian investigative journalist Ilya Rozhdestvensky. Living in exile, he works with the Dossier Center, a nonprofit investigative project.
There are dozens of websites like Flight Radar and all these sort of things that provide data on different airplanes.
Technically, each of these aircraft could be tracked and located.
Isn't that how they found out about like Taylor Swift traveling in her plane so much? I remember that was a big problem back in the day. And so wouldn't it be like really theoretically easy to just find where he's going? Well, like from a third party from a third party software that just like knows, like that has like radars or something like that. Jeez Louise.
Which means that in theory, a powerful adversary could target all 4 at once.
That's what I'm saying.
Which is exactly why Putin prefers his train. If you saw this train moving through Russia, you'd barely notice it.
It looks like a normal Russian train, gray with red stripes. There is probably very little chance that you would recognize it if you see it somewhere.
Look closer, and you notice a few oddities, like multiple diesel locomotives at the front of the train, and this small dome on the roof.
For the special communications, and that's probably it. That's the only thing that is different from the normal train.
It isn't a secret that Putin has his own special train. The Kremlin has even released images from its onboard conference room. But for a long time, no one knew what the rest.
Dude, Putin low-key be hitting the move that I be hitting in pictures like this.
The Kremlin has even released images from its onboard.
Look at this shit. That's low-key the move that I be hitting. If I'm like sitting down and someone's like, "Whoa, yo, let's take a group flick." Hold on. You know who this motherfucker look like? That's literally the same. That is the same thing. That is the same thing. Holy crap. That's the same thing. Look at this. That is the exact same. That is the exact same pose. Look. Look. Los Pose TV. Putin. Los Pose TV. Putin. They're doing the same pose. Same pose. That's the pose I'd be hitting too, though.
Conference room. But for a long time, no one knew what the rest of the train looked like. Until the Dossier Center released some highly confidential documents. These were allegedly leaked by an insider at Zircon Service, a
What's
Russian
Zircon?
company specializing in manufacturing custom railway cars. The Kremlin allegedly tasked Zircon Service with building the cars for the presidential train.
It's not a very big business. There are not too many people who really want to spend their money to build a custom train.
Yeah.
According to the leaks, the train is heavily armored and bulletproof. That makes it so heavy that each car needs 6 axles rather than the standard 4.
Inside, wow, it's luxurious. It's really something incredible.
I'm sure.
This train provides Putin with anything he could possibly need. So there's a car where he can sleep, there's a car for work, there's a restaurant car.
One car is even said to house a fully equipped
Again,
gym.
with the gym. Why? Why? Putin, you're not using this, I promise. Look at you, Putin. Look at you. Look at you. You're bursting at the seams. I see that belly right there. I see that belly. I can tell that you're fat under that shirt.
Work, there's
You don't need the gym.
beauty salon sound
Oh, and a beauty salon. Yeah,
to
Putin, yeah.
prevent
Fuck
audio
you.
surveillance, complete with a massage table and a radio frequency machine designed to keep the skin firm.
Jesus Christ. Is that a real picture or is that edited? That's bad.
The Kremlin denies that Putin has ever used or owned a train car like this. Finally, there's a tiled spa area featuring a full Turkish steam bath and shower. Ilya says the ghost
I would also like to say real quick, everyone go subscribe to Fern if you're watching this. He's a great dude, bro. He's a great dude. He's a great guy. His content's very good. It's very
train
high
doesn't
upper.
appear on official timetables.
There is no way to track this train. If you work with a Russian railway company, you can still find some data about this train, but you need some special
Is that actually how long it is?
internal infrastructure. So there is no way for normal people to understand that some special train is moving.
It simply speeds toward its destination, blowing right past any stations along the way. Apparently, it often does so on its own secret train tracks, which terminate at private train stations built just for Putin.
There are a couple
That's
of
crazy.
stations that they were built specifically.
That's what I was about to say. Like, because they just go through the train stations and don't stop there, wouldn't you be able to know which one this is? Or where it is, roughly, because you'd be able to tell, since it just passes through, you could have people, like, you could estimate where he's going, then you'd have someone on your team to wait at the station and then just see if it pulls through, you know?
For Vladimir Putin. So basically, they are near his palaces, official residences, houses. So I think there are like at least 3 of them. We know about one in Turkey, where his official residence is located, Bocharo-Prochey. One is not far from Moscow, in Novogorova. It's probably one of his main official residence. And the third one is in Valdai. That's his main place. That's where he and his family spend most of the year.
So at any given time, it's hard to say which of his official residences Putin is at. There's another meeting scheduled for today. Lately, Putin's been holding more video calls and making more addresses from the presidential office in Novogorova, especially since Russia invaded Ukraine.
Дамы и господа, почти 8 лет самыми варварскими методами нелегитимные решения по так называемой заморозке российских активов.
Many of
He froze Russian assets? I did not know that.
These are recorded and released to the public. For Russians, the office in the presidential residence is instantly recognizable. The room, the table, the background. But wait. In footage of Putin's office, investigative journalists have noticed something peculiar. Take a look at this door handle, and then at these two. Notice
Yeah, they're different. So he has the same room in different houses.
how they're not the same height?
Yeah.
The thermostat is also positioned slightly differently. Here it's centered, but here it's placed slightly to the left. In this one, it's slightly lower. The wall
Interesting.
panels behind Putin are also arranged in slightly different ways. Other details, like the vents and the TV stands, are also inconsistent. It appears that
Interesting.
Putin has had near-identical replicas of his office built in his residences in Valdai and Sochi.
The idea behind this is that Vladimir Putin
He
prepared
doesn't want people to know which house he's at, you know?
to stay, I would say, silent, probably.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So he makes it look like he's in his office, in his official residence in Nova Gazeta, and he records some video and makes some statements. And there is also some part of the statement where it's said that it's all happening in Nova Gazeta, for instance. In fact, he could be anywhere. He really
Well-
wants that only a limited amount of people knows exactly where he is.
If no one knows his real location, he's impossible to target. Still, reports suggest that since attacking Ukraine, Putin has been staying clear of his Sochi summer residence, out of concern over potential Ukrainian drone strikes. Reports even claim he's had the villa torn down. Putin seems to be growing
This does not look like Putin at all. This does not look like Putin.
increasingly paranoid. Maybe that has to do with his time as a KGB agent in East Germany. His work as a spy and the collapse of the GDR may have shaped his distrust of civil society and his fear of popular uprisings. To this day, he surrounds himself with an inner circle of former KGB associates. Or maybe he's aware of the hostility he attracts as the autocratic leader of a corrupt oligarchy waging a brutal war of aggression. Or maybe it's the idea that his political opponents are actively plotting to overthrow him. The
Yeah.
notion Putin's own intelligence services often encourage.
See, that's something big I'd be concerned about if I was a world leader. Yeah. But if you're rich, you should just be concerned about people you wronged. You know, like if you're just rich and not famous.
Or maybe it's that Ukrainian intelligence services operate deep behind enemy lines, and Ukrainian drones are a growing threat.
Yeah.
Putin seems afraid. Afraid of
should
attacks,
be.
of betrayal, and of losing
He should be.
control. More than ever, he seems to be isolating himself.
A lot of people would like to kill him. So there is some strong proof that probably he
This guy looks like a mix of Hamza and Martin, by the way, from Slushy Noobs.
should care about his security.
During meetings, long tables keep his guests several meters away from him. His meals are prepared by personal chefs who use only ingredients they provide themselves. Before being served, each meal is tested for poison in a portable lab. When he travels abroad, Putin's bodyguards reportedly even collect his excrement, then take it back to Russia with them to prevent foreign powers from gathering intel on his health.
What the fuck?
You can't just have this meeting with him and tell him everything he needs and discuss with him. He's not just a
That seems a little unnecessary. You need to collect his poop. Who else out there would need to know anything about Vladimir Putin's poop, bro? Who else out there would need to know anything about his poop? Why is that a concern? Why is it a concern? I don't know. It just seems excessive to me.
regular president of a regular country, right? He prefers to micromanage everything, and he believes that one of his resources, crucial resource for his power, is that he's the only one who makes all the decisions. So that is why the people who has an access to him, they're more powerful. The people that don't have this access, they don't have any power. And he is the source of this power. That's like his secret idea. Being isolated is one of the key elements of his president.
But he's not isolated, though. He's not truly isolated, though, because he has people collecting his poop to make sure other people don't get to it first. Seems extremely unnecessary, to be honest. Why is he doing that? like I can't get past that. I actually can't. I actually can't. If you're a world leader or someone who's controversial, like if you're Kanye West, does that seem necessary, bruh? To have someone collect your poop? I'm sure there's someone out there that wants to kill Kanye West, but he's not. He's just pooping, man. He doesn't. Maybe he's collecting it. I feel like you never know with Kanye West. You never know if he's collecting, if he's doing something weird like that or not.
According to Ukraine's former head of
Yeah.
military intelligence, Putin has no less than 3 body doubles. These men are said to have undergone plastic surgery to look
Wow.
just like him. Apparently,
Wow.
the only thing giving them away is their height, their body language, and their earlobes. The
Holy
Kremlin
moly.
denies these claims.
A few
That's
years
crazy.
ago, we had an interview
Imagine your job is being Putin's body double and you're just forced to look like Putin for the rest of your life. That would suck. And the reason is because you probably get paid a lot, but you don't have as much money or power as Putin, but you have all the same hate as Putin because everyone thinks you are him. So that would suck. And you have to be just as careful and everything like that as the real Putin.
with Gleb Karakulov. He was an officer and he was working in the security service, which is called Federal Guard Service. They provide protection for Russian president. He told us in this interview that, well, actually, there is no double, like a real double, but there was some kind of a cover operations. Colleagues of
I'd be afraid if I was this guy that I would get killed for knowing all this information. Like his face is just out there. That's
They
crazy.
took an airplane, they took the car, they put it someone who looked kind of like Vladimir Putin, and they made sure that everybody could see that the car goes to the plane, somebody leaves the car, goes to the airplane, and then this plane flies somewhere, for instance, to Moscow. But the real Vladimir Putin stays in Sochi and he does whatever he wants.
With or without doppelgangers, Putin operates within a system of maximum security. He
Yeah.
travels in one of the
That's cool. Great video. Great video. Honestly, if I'm Putin, I would genuinely not leave my house ever. I'd be so afraid. I would DoorDash all my food, all my groceries. I'd DoorDash. That's basically it. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Let's go to the next video now.
Bloody fucking American bitch. Oh, you fancy, huh? You probably tax, huh?